Hi, I'm Rhonda Hodgkin Smith. I have lived up in the Cowichan Valley for 13 years now. I was a 4-H member, 4-H leader. My kids were in 4-H, and now my granddaughter's in 4-H. I started getting Ritchie Smith feed 8 years ago. It's a product I will stand behind 100%. I have a friend who I introduced Ritchie Smith feeds to. She has meat birds, she has laying hens, she has cattle. She gets Ritchie Smith feed for her hogs. She believes it's a good clean feed. The calves that they feed off with the blend that we use here, they finish earlier. They have great carcasses. We find that when they go to get processed, the butchers always commend on how nice the carcasses are on these animals. They got a good fat coverage, and you know that fat is your flavor of your meat. Blend feed that we feed our beef steers, our show cattle. It's got more corn than barley, which is, we find a good converter for the animals. It's a clean feed. There's no dust and particles. Palatability, the animals love it. I've never had an animal go off their grain with Ritchie Smith feed. Other feeds, they go stale, the animal goes off. This stuff, digestibility, you never find grain particles in the manure. So when I buy feed, I want it to go on the animal. I don't want to see it out in the manure or out in the field or in the manure pile. So for your bang for your buck, this is definitely the preferred grain. And I know the 4-H members over in the mainland and the ones up island that I've got this for, they swear by it. So their animals finish better, quicker. We find that we're holding our animals instead of pushing them, which is a good thing, because when it gets hot, they don't want to be pushed to get finished in time for the sale or slaughter. So I chose Ritchie Smith feeds because I wanted corn in my grain. Corn to me is a good finisher for cattle. There's not enough to make your fat yellow. Like people say, if you feed too much corn, your fat's going to turn yellow. That's not the situation here. The fat is nice white fat on the processed beef. I wish I had this grain when I was in 4-H, because with this feed with the corn, I find it helps their hair. They get the natural oils from the corn, and their hair grows nice. Their coats are always shiny. For a show calf, it's what you want. In the beef industry, it's not hot. When the animals get hot or fed hot feed, their hair falls out. It's just like, they don't want a big thick coat. My granddaughter had an animal in July who had lots of hair, which is not normally one of those things that are easy to accomplish in a 4-H world here. I believe that it's one of those grains, or all their grains, is good for the animals' digestive tracts. They digest it well, they do well on it. I've had animals before that with the hot grains or the grains that had too much barley in it, they were high energy. They were sometimes hard to handle. These ones are just happy cows. I got happy cows here, happy animals. My friends have got happy chickens, happy pigs. It's just a good product overall. I honestly love going over to the Ritchie Smith plant. The poultry feeds away from the beef feeds, and the processing plants are totally separate plants. The people there are amazing, from the guys on the forklifts to the guys in the mill, the salespeople, the girls at the front desk. They're all very personable. They've been there for years. It's not like a high turnover. The same person's been there every time I've gone over at the front desk. Jamie, she's a great lady. The nutritionist, you can phone anytime and they are happy to answer your questions. They, if you had a concern of any kind, they have nothing to hide. They stand behind their product. They believe in their product. I just find they're a great company to deal with. They supply the whole Fraser Valley, and their integrity goes a long way. They stand behind what they believe in. You've got salesmen that raise cattle themselves selling the feed. It's not like somebody that's working in a place that doesn't have animals telling you You should use this, but they have no clue because they don't even have an animal. They stand behind it. I think they're a very honorable company.